Hello book besties, thank you so much for being here. I am starting another reading vlog. I am trying really hard to do at least one reading vlog a month for y'all. They are my favorite to edit. They're definitely more time consuming to edit, but they're my favorite to edit because I can get a lot more creative than just like the sit down videos. So this reading vlog, I'm reading books that are favorites from you guys. I asked over on Instagram what your top books of the year have been so far. What are those books that I haven't read yet that are trending and are everyone's favorite? And there's a couple books that were mentioned that I personally am very, very excited to finally read, to try for myself, and hopefully I really love them too. I can't even imagine like that feeling if I find 2 or 3 5-star books in one video. That'd be really, really cool. So first, I am reading, and so nervous about it, The Woman by Kristen Hannah. I have yet to see a bad review. When I asked that question, so many people, the women, the women, the women. It just kept getting suggested. Even beyond that though, I've seen everyone talking about this book, everyone giving it 5 stars, and it's just time that I finally read it because I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of people's top book of the year. I have read Kristen Hannah before. Every Kristen book that I've read, I really, really enjoyed. So needless to say, my expectations and hopes for this one are through the roof. However, I am expecting to cry, and this is shocking, but like I'm not in the mood for that. So I hope that that doesn't ruin it for me. Like I really hope this story just sucks me in and I get really immersed and don't think about that I'm not quite in the mood for it. If you don't know what this is about though, like me, all I know is it's about the Vietnam War and like veterans, and potentially one of them might be a nurse. I don't know. I'm kind of going into it blind and just based on all of the billions of 5-star reviews. Let's just get reading. You know how I was like, I really hope this book sucks me in. I'm not really in the mood for it. Oh my gosh, I am 6 chapters in. I cried chapter 1 and I was hooked by chapter 1. Just based on everyone's 5-star reviews and how I already feel connected and emotionally invested into this story. It's looking good, guys. It's looking really good. I did also decide to do part of it on audio because Julia Whelan is the audio narrator. If you don't know who she is, just trust me. She is the best audio narrator out there for female voices. So that helps when a book is huge to get through it fast. That's all. That's all the update I have. I'm gonna keep reading. Officially just over halfway through this book. I have so many thoughts, but before I get into that, I thought that it would be really fun to show you guys an update on Benson. If you watched my July reading vlog, I brought home a new little puppy. Here he is. The day I brought him home, literally so tiny, and now he, in just I think it's been like 5 or 6 weeks. He's huge now and he's an actual monster. So hold please, I'm gonna go get him so you guys can see an update on this maniac that I brought into my family. No. Look at this guy. He's crazy. Oh my gosh, he's so much fun, but actually a monster. We were joking the other night that he's like half coyote or something. Look at that face though. Oh my gosh. I'm literally obsessed with him. He is the baby of the family. Look, they can't even see you down there. There we are. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so he's just growing stinking fast. But say hi to the people, Benson. No, okay, he wants the toy. Now I need to go put him up so I can actually talk about the book. Okay, now, about this book. I am over halfway through, officially into part 2, and I've cried 3 times. I've gotten mad about 150 times. I hate it and love it. I appreciate it, but I'm mad at you all for choosing this book to be a 5-star of the year, and hence why I'm reading it, because it's wrecking me. I really do love that and appreciate that, but at the same time, I sometimes wonder why we do this to ourselves. But this is a very real and true time in history during the Vietnam War, and I'm learning so much. I value that, but we still feel so removed from these times in history that here we just like enjoy a novel about it, or suffer through a novel about it. Our hearts break, but it feels so distant to us, and that just makes me appreciate so much books like this that remind us of those times, because I think that if we would remember them, we would change some decisions that we make in our world and in our society currently. I want to like stop reading this and ignore that this ever happened. It's a painful book to read, but knowing that it's historical fiction and a true story, like it's not some fiction book that I can just be like, this isn't real, oh my gosh, I'm crying some tears, but it's fictional characters. It's like, no, this really happened, and I believe she stuck to facts. My mind is just a little bit blown. I'm disturbed, honestly, at how things were handled then. I'm just getting wrecked by this book, and I know that it's just gonna continue to wreck me, yet I can't put it down. The audio is standing so strong. I'm enjoying it just as much on audio as I am physically reading. I am really hoping to finish this today or tomorrow, and then we'll move into the next book that I'm gonna read for this vlog. I think at this point I will just come give you guys an update once I have actually finished.
A few moments later.
Oh my gosh. I am actually in shock. I am just casually sitting here listening to this audiobook as I just wrap up books for my TBR. I'm cruising along in this story, and then another jaw-dropping moment. I'm in shock right now. I need to see physically. Like, I need to read this with my own eyes. That I just heard correctly. Chapter 28. I'm sorry. I'm literally losing it right now. I am in actual shock. Oh my gosh. I want so badly to say something, like to tell you guys, but this is spoiler free, and I need to message someone who's read this because I can't. I literally can't right now. The best way I can describe this book is it's like every time I get my bearings, I'm cruising along and just kind of like, oh, I'm enjoying this story, assuming nothing else is gonna happen. I hit another speed bump, or something just slams the windshield, and I'm just like, whoa, didn't see that coming. You would think I've learned by now, being like almost done with the book. The amount of jaw-dropping moments I'm having, I'm in so much shock right now, guys. How is this gonna turn around? How? Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading.
A few inches later.
Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have no words. I have no words. I am just over it. You know what I'm talking about if you've read this book. I don't even know how to go on right now. I think I need to switch to physically reading, because trying to do anything else right now while listening is not working. So I think I'm gonna do that. Gosh, this book. Obviously I finished. I will never forget this book. My heart just breaks. No one should have to go through this stuff. Humans are just so flawed. This world is so flawed. But 10 out of 10 stars. It will be a top of the year. So y'all were right. You did not let me down. My heart is broken, but I don't feel let down. I love that this kept it so human and so raw and real. But the friendship in this, one of the best parts of this book. Everyone needs a girl gang like Barb, Ethel, and Frankie had. So beautiful and so epic. All the stars. This was amazing. Thank you guys so much for recommending it, and I can 100% see why this is a top book of the year. I feel like now I need a really fluffy, sweet, easy, and fast love story. But that is not in the cards for me, because the other book that I really want to read for this vlog that multiple people messaged in when I asked like what has been your favorite book of the year. Let me go grab it real quick. So the next book I'll be reading is Heartless Hunter. When this did come out and when I started to see people talking about it, I wasn't interested in reading it. I just talked about this a little bit in my book haul. It reminded me so much of Serpent and Dove and the fact that it's like a witch and witch hunter type of a book. So I didn't plan to read this, but now everyone just won't stop talking about it. And when I asked on Instagram plus looked at Goodreads at like top books this year, this one was so highly recommended. So let's find out. Let's see together if it's a 5-star book for me. To get 2 5 stars in one video would be unheard of, but pretty cool. Honestly, other than it being like witch and witch hunter, I don't know anything else about this book. Hopefully it doesn't get too dark for my taste. That's my only concern. But otherwise, I am really excited to see if the hype is real for this, even though I'm totally feeling like I need a romance right now. Hopefully the romance is really good in this. I am 100 pages into Heartless Hunter. I think that I am supposed to be liking Gideon, the witch hunter that she is, according to the synopsis, gonna end up courting to like cover her butt. I mean, I've read enough Romantasy to know where that's going, and obviously like they're the ship I'm supposed to be rooting for, but right now I really like Alex, the brother, and I don't think that I'm supposed to be. I mean, I think I'm supposed to like him. He's her best friend, but I don't think that I'm supposed to be like shipping him to our girl Rune. Other than that, I really don't have a lot of thoughts. I will say that the way they do their magic is with their monthly cycle, that blood. And someone did warn me about that, but now like reading about it, I'm like, that is a little bit gross. That's definitely an image to imagine. I definitely don't feel like it's 5-star for me right now, but again, I'm only 100 pages in. Oh my gosh. Chapter 13. I love Alex. I don't want Rune with anyone but Alex right now. And I don't think that that's not how it's gonna go. I just know it's not how it's gonna go. And I am so worried that the author is going to do something to make me hate Alex instead. He's so good. And he's such a good friend, and he's so thoughtful, and he takes care of her. I don't know how I'm ever gonna turn into Team Gideon. It's just not gonna happen, okay?
The next day.
I am officially halfway through. So far, I only have a couple of thoughts. I don't feel like it's a 5-star book. We will see though, because the second half definitely determines that. However, I am really enjoying it. Like, I don't feel an urge to put it down. I definitely am easily getting through it and enjoying it. I will say it's not dark. There isn't any part that has made me feel like I don't even want to continue. But the whole witch vibe is definitely a big part of this book. I feel like I was a little bit misled that it wouldn't really be that big of a thing. And I'm like, that is definitely a big part of the plot. They're frequently talking about spells and blood, but again, it's not done in a dark way. So I personally have been okay. There is mention, like quick brief mention of murder, suicide, and forced intimacy. It is not in detail or graphic by any means, in my opinion, but I think that that's something worth mentioning, that there is brief mention so far of those things. And I think that that's all I've got right now, other than I'm still Team Alex. I've been listening to the audiobook while out running errands, and by the way, if you're an audiobook reader, this audiobook is very good and very well done, but I am so wildly entertained because this is the most fun and entertaining but stressful game of cat and mouse these two characters are playing. It's giving me such strong PETA from Hunger Games vibes when he's like, true or not true? As they're like trying to figure out like what is part of the game they're playing and what is actual like affection or attraction or truth. And then it's also giving me such Friends vibes from the episode where they don't know that we know that they know we know.
They don't know that we know that they know. They don't know that we know they know we know.
Oh my gosh, I'm so entertained right now. I have 20 pages left, guys. 20 pages. I'm freaking out right now because I love you guys. I literally forced myself last night when I was reading to stop reading at the point that I did because I really value you guys getting my end of book reaction because I can tell this is probably gonna end on a cliffhanger and I'm probably gonna end up really mad or sad or something big is about to go down. I've enjoyed the book the whole way through, but this last portion, I literally don't want to put it down. I still, guys, I get it that her chemistry is with Gideon, but Alex, guys, he loves her. He's so good. Now, I understand why Gideon is the way he is. When you get his backstory, it's impossible not to like him and to understand him. And I really do adore their chemistry. It's not that I'm like gonna be mad if she was to end up with him or something. However, I don't see how everything could possibly work out nicely. But Alex, that's literally all I can say. I don't want to give spoilers. I literally am like refraining so much. Okay. 20 pages. Let's finish this book. No context, but if you've read this book, you can't renounce your own heart. I'm in love with the wrong man, I think. This isn't gonna end well. I did not see that coming. Oh my gosh, okay. No. I'm not turning this page. No. It's a fantasy book. Things change all the time. We're good. It's gonna be fine, is literally what I'm telling myself right now. I can't keep reading right now. This was so unexpected. I knew the women was gonna make me cry, but this is not what I signed up for. I literally don't want to keep reading. Oh my gosh, Rune, kill them all. Just kill them all, please. Oh, I feel so foolish. Miss Kristen Ciccarelli, is that how you say your name? If you're watching this, how rude to have done this to me. I am undone. I'm undone. I literally feel like I can't wrap my mind around what I just read. I literally can't say anything, okay? Because I don't want to spoil things. Okay, let's try to like logically speak here. What are words? Let's use them. I know earlier I said that there were mentions of like murder and certain things, but nothing was too dark. It definitely got more gruesome. Not like on page brutality. Well, yeah, there was a little bit of that. I'm pretty sensitive and it didn't bother me, but it was enough for me to notice that like this is a little bit brutal. So if blood and that kind of thing is not for you, pass on this. There's also one very very minor open door scene. It's nothing graphic either, but again, if you avoid that, there is a scene in this book of that. So that would be like the logistical things. And then, as I said earlier, it's definitely more witchy than I was led on to believe. With all that being said, this book was phenomenal. It's easily like 4.5, 4.75 stars for me. I need to like absorb it for a little bit longer, being that I literally just finished, but definitely almost 5 stars. I think it was the elements of being a little bit dark that are keeping me from making it 5 stars. Again, y'all are not wrong. Like, this book was incredible. I literally feel like I'm gonna turn this camera off and I'm gonna spend a little bit more time crying. I loved the friendship in this book. I loved the entertainment, the like edge of my seat thrill that stressed me out, like not knowing who's gonna get caught by what thread. It was just very well written. However, Team Alex forever. I literally have nothing else to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that we're gonna go out like this, but hit subscribe, hit like, stick around. I love you guys. I have nothing more to say. Thanks to this book.